freedoms of young adulthood are sweeter than Celine had imagined. She has more agency to do what she wants whenever she wants, especially when it comes to visiting her love, Prince Callum. She's been making trips to Verdington stables on her own, sneaking away when the Fae court is busy in the castle. Late-night rendezvous among the horses and under the stars have become a common occurrence. There's so much for Celine to share with the prince: her new responsibilities, her mother's pregnancy, their relationship. Meanwhile, Lady Sparrow has been turning heads with her new ice sculpture of Queen Ivy. The monarch is over the moon with joy. The skillful creation has uplifted her mood quite a bit. Everyone is marveling over the philosopher's hidden talent. She has been working hard behind the scenes. Lady Sparrow feels flattered by the attention. She's more or less faded to the background of everything happening in the castle. A consequence of not having daughters to succeed her. In the Fae court, having a daughter is having status. Lady Nuala is well aware of this fact, and also hopeful to elevate her status even more with the birth of a second daughter. But this time, she is wary of the child in her womb. Something is not quite right.
Hello everyone, this is Fantasy Ask, and welcome back to The Sims 3 Fairy Amazon with the Verdington Fae Court. Before we begin, I want to say a very special welcome to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it immensely. Look at what we have here. It is 3 p.m. on Saturday, and apparently Morrigan has found an ounce of motherliness in her somewhere that has caused her the desire to teach Morrigan how to walk. Which is important because, as we discussed in the beginning story here, daughters are a status symbol for these ladies and the fairies in our Fae court. Part of that status symbol, right, maintaining that, is to have competent daughters as they get older. So I think Morrigan is realizing somewhere that having a daughter is not enough. I mean, like, look at Nuala. She had a daughter, she raised her daughter to be a total badass, and now she's getting ready to have another one. So, I think clocks in, like, machinery in I'm mixing the mother and child up. Morrigan's mind is actually turning. You know, she's got the gears in her mind turning, and she's thinking, well, my child has a couple of days left before she ages up, like her birthday's gonna be really soon. I should probably get around to teaching her a few things, some essential stuff like walking, otherwise she's gonna, you know, have a personality trait that might not be helpful to Morrigan in the future. So I'm glad that she's actually doing something with Morrigan. Okay, apart from that, for now, she kind of has all of her alchemy stuff on hold. Apart from that, jeez, so many things to cover. Oh no! Okay, well, we had a temporary ice sculpture of the queen, guys, and I think our ice sculpture has melted. No! I am so sad. I think you guys have warned me of this. You did warn me of this. But I did place our ice sculpture, like, right out here, and it did melt. I am sad. I am no doubt sad, but I was warned by you guys a few episodes back that the ice sculptures, they do actually melt after some time. But that's okay, because I think it kind of fits into our story for Lady Sparrow. And that is the fact that no matter what she does, she's been fading away, like her ice sculpture of the queen, which you guys saw a little bit of in the story. But that's a consequence of her not being able to have a baby girl. So I was just thinking about Celine and our other lovely ladies, and it occurred to me that we haven't been seeing too much of Sparrow in our stories, and we haven't been seeing Sparrow do anything too huge. I mean, the biggest thing I think she's done this entire time is probably advise the Queen on what to do with Chloe O'Reilly, right, as a philosopher, because that was part of her job. But in all honesty, she hasn't done much, and I think part of that is because she's faded from the limelight due to not having a baby girl. Everyone else who's had baby girls, we've been focused on their daughters, and as a result, we've been focused on them, like the mothers. So it is kind of sad, but that's just the way of it. She did get everyone's attention momentarily because, you know, she sculpted an ice sculpture of the Queen, which everyone, I think, was a little bit dumbstruck by, because part of forgetting Sparrow is forgetting that she has skills and capabilities. So that was kind of a nice little way for Sparrow to come back into the fold and get a little bit of attention. But ice sculpture has gone. I'm definitely going to have to look into whatever you guys mentioned about a mod that can help us kind of create sculptures of our Sims, because I would like to have a collection that we can keep across the ages in some way, shape, or form. So I will be looking into that at some point. But I did want to try in-game through the normal skill set to get Sparrow to make that ice sculpture, which we did, so I'm kind of happy about that, even though we couldn't preserve it. Okay, Nessie, who the heck is calling? Oh, jeez. Boyd Edge, I don't know who that is. Let's just ignore that. And what is this? Memorize scene. Oh, that's pretty cool. She can memorize scene, I think, for painting then. Nice. Okay, well, it looks as though Morrigan has taught Morrigan to walk, and she wants her child to age up well, but she hasn't taught her all the basic skills. However, since she wants Morrigan to age up well, I'm going to take that as her wanting to teach Morrigan all the skills, because suddenly she's realized, oh crap, I actually have to do stuff with my child. And I think that's fitting for Morrigan, because I'm going to keep switching her and her daughter's name up. I think that's fitting for Morrigan because she is the youngest mother we have. So I think part of that is maybe being a little bit naive and irresponsible with the baby that is, you know, under her care. Okay, why don't you, how's the baby doing? Actually, feed the baby on the floor, and then quickly go use the restroom, grab a bite to eat, and then continue training. How's she doing? And then continue training the baby. So let's grab some autumn salad, I think. And then as soon as you're done eating, go potty train Morrigan. So, you know, she can get that done. Now, one thing we have to keep in mind in terms of some big events, I wanted to send Celine out on a date with Prince Callum because she has been sneaking out with him and she's been wanting to go on a date with him as well. It is raining though. I guess she could go over to the stables and they could spend some time, you know, indoors, cozying up. So I think I'll get her to do that actually. And I'll leave Morrigan to training up Morrigan. Okay, can we ask out on a date? We can't go to the stables, can we? See, a date they want to go on would be outdoors, but that's not going to be entirely useful. I guess they could go to the Nectary. Why don't we do that? They could go to the Nectary and have a date. Because it's close by, it's not that far. So I think we'll do a date at the Nectary. It is 7 p.m., my goodness. But then they can, you know, come back. They can do their thing and come back. Now, because of all this time she's been spending with Prince Callum, her relationship, like her friendship with Lord Zane has gone down, and now she wants to be mean to him. And I saved that because she's a bit of a hothead, so I think maybe Lord Zane kind of gave her a bit of an ultimatum in being friends with him or spending time with Prince Callum, and she obviously chose Callum, and then I think she got a bit pissed off because if you're friends with, like, you know, if you're friends with me, why are you giving me all these stupid ultimatums? So I think the hothead side of her is coming out, and she probably wants to get back at Zane a little bit. But then she still wants to become good friends with him, so she might work on that. Now, another thing I want to touch on really quickly are these opportunities the networking opportunities that some of our Sims have been getting to befriend the princes. And I've been thinking about it. I feel as though it might be a cool idea for us to treat these kind of opportunities for Sims that we know, like, you know, princes, children, sons, daughters, whoever. I think it'd be cool for us to treat that opportunity as a political quest and say that the queen is the one sending everyone on these political quests to befriend important members in the community. So we want to emphasize any of, like, these relationships to the ones that the ladies want to have. For example, the queen, not the queen. Come on, someone, nobody wants to befriend. Okay, for example, Celine wants to befriend Lord Zane. However, if we have any potions that we need to use, we will emphasize the political quests first. So we'll go and try and, first of all, the queen, her political quest is the most important, and she actually wants to befriend Prince Caspian. So that would be the most important. And then after she wraps up her political quests, any other quests the other members have, we would try and complete them, and then we would kind of complete something like this because it's part of a whim or a desire. Okay, that's excellent. These two, let's take them. Don't say goodbye. Go inside, actually. Why don't you guys go inside? And while she's here, I think I'll get her to see if there's any, you know, potions we can buy. Specifically, potions that are going to help us with friendship. Because Morrigan's been a little bit busy, so she hasn't really had time to go and make them, even though she's been wanting to make some jars of potent friendship. So let's get Celine to see if she can purchase anything here. We've got a Vial of Bliss, we'll take that. Melancholy, no. Large and in charge, we don't really want. Or opposite personality. Okay, so we've got really nothing here that would be of use to us. Although I am going to get her to just buy all of these ingredients. And I'm going to get her to send them to Morrigan. Because Morrigan can definitely use them. She's not going to get the potions, though, unless it's something... yeah, that's fine. That she might need. So... let's get her to just drink that Vial of Bliss, I think. That might be nice for her. But then we'll send all of these other ingredients to Morrigan. She can use that for her magics and spells and potions, of course. So let me just send them all through. We can say that maybe she got one of the messenger birds to come and collect. Or even Morrigan's kind of her magical birds. Although, a bunch of our magical birds have died. I think Archangel and a few of them have passed on, unfortunately. So, we're gonna have to think a little bit about that. Is it still raining outside? Yes. Okay, why don't you do... let's see, do a bit of a shy kiss. That would be cute. Come on, go inside, do a little bit of a shy kiss. It is your date. It is your date night. She has been sneaking out at night to spend some time with Prince Callum. I keep wanting to call him Caspian, but it's Callum. It's Callum. Oh, okay, okay. They're going all out. Brienne O'Connell, don't mind us. Don't mind us. We're just busy having a little bit of a date night over here. So we'll leave them be. She's just so happy with all of the freedom she's been getting. Now, I'm a little bit worried that she's going to get too used to the freedom she's experiencing right now, and then if she gets slammed with the title of heiress, should anything bad happen, then it's going to be a bit difficult for her to cope with all of that responsibility and being tied to the castle, since she is a little bit flighty and so used to being with Prince Callum. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about her. But she's going to enjoy the first few days of her young adulthood as much as she can. Because she is still hero in line, right? She is not necessarily the hero just yet. Her mother is the hero. So these are things she doesn't have to worry about. So she's going to enjoy Nectar, hopefully have a great date with Prince Callum, And then when she's ready, she's gonna come back home. Meanwhile, how's Morrigan doing? She's doing well. Okay, she's tired, so she's sleeping. That's fine and well. Okay, now one of the things that I haven't mentioned is that tomorrow is a big day, not only because Nuala is having her baby. Look at her, she's pretty big. She's having her baby at 2 p.m. But Raven is aging up into a teen. Like, what the hell? I feel like time has gone by so quick. Like, only, I think, 3 episodes ago, she aged up into a child. And now she's aging up into a teen. Which makes sense, because we're having daily episodes, guys. You have to understand. For us, it's pretty quick, in that regard. But I guess for someone who's binge watching, it wouldn't be that quick, right? Right? Okay. Well, we have those things to look forward to, and I'm excited to see her as a teen. Because, I mean, come on, who isn't excited to see our babies age up into teens, right? That's gonna be so fun. And also, now that we're having, like, all these children kind of close together, it feels like everyone's aging up a lot sooner because we have, like, one pregnancy to look at, one birth to look at, then someone's having a birthday. So there's like, a crazy amount of things going on. But okay, I am gonna send everyone to bed, and then we will be back tomorrow. It is almost 12 p.m. on Sunday, and everyone is very busy. Lady Nessie actually wanted to paint a portrait of Prince Callum, so she had him invited to the castle and is now going through a portrait of him, which is going to be quite exciting to see once it's done. I don't know if we'll keep it or if we'll sell it. Celine is busy practicing outside, as you can see back there. And Nuala is in labor. Nuala's in labor. Morrigan is busy teaching her baby how to walk. I'm going to get rid of this and replace it with potty train Morrigan. She's trying to teach Morrigan how to potty train and then how to talk. She's already done the walking, right? Yeah. So we have that. Celine can now meditate. And you know what? I've been wanting to get Lady Nuala to meditate because she can, but I keep forgetting that that's, like, I want to do it on camera, but that's because I haven't done it before. But I keep forgetting. And I don't know what she was doing out here that she has suddenly gone into labor in front of the castle. What's everyone else doing? Queen is spending some time with Raven, of course, bragging about the pranks. Okay, so she has a jar of potent friendship, which she needs to use as soon as possible. And I also wanted to check the other Sims' inventories in case they had some potions lying around. Nope, these guys don't. So the Queen needs to fulfill her political quest, which she has. And also, Sparrow has a bunch of ingredients. I'm actually going to get everyone to just give the ingredients to Morrigan, because she probably has better use of it than these guys will. Can I give it in one go, I wonder? I can. Excellent. I think the Queen also has some things. She's got a bunch of these ones. Okay, red valerian, I think we use that in potion making. Apples, I don't know. Wolfsbane, we do. That's pretty much it. Nuala, you don't really have much apart from apples. Grapes, I don't think will come of use. Yeah. Okay, she should be having her baby any moment now. And okay, what is it gonna be? Another girl or a boy? It's a boy, guys! I know a bunch of you will be happy about this because it means the Queen might have a girl the next time, because we've had 2 boys in a row. So I know some of you have been saying that the game takes turns doing boy and girl, but obviously that's not the case. So this is going to be, I'm quite excited now, my goodness, this is going to be Lord Odin. So Lord Odin, and this name was suggested to me by Sweet Tart 2016, so thank you so much for that. But Lord Odin Orion, welcome, child. He is a good sim, which is interesting because Sparrow's boy, I mean, at least Nuala's boy is good, right? Sparrow's boy was evil. And he's going to be a light sleeper. Okay, there we go. there we go. And what does this baby look like? Oh my goodness. Okay then. We had a pink baby boy. How interesting is that, guys? We had Nuala, who's like a gray sim, right? The father is green and the baby came out pink. I mean, both of them I think are on the pastel skin tone, so it makes sense, but they had a pink little boy named Odin. Isn't that fitting? Because it's Raven's birthday today, and the little boy that was born is pink. I love it. I love it. So now we have like a purple lord and we have a pink lord. And how funny is that? The purple lord is the evil one, the pink lord is the good one. Would ya look at that? Okay. Well, here's what we need to do, guys. I am going to get little baby Odin. I mean, yeah, Nuala was hoping to elevate her status by having, you know, a baby girl, but at the same time, she did feel a little bit nervous about this one. There was something was wrong. So just as well she had a boy, because if it was a girl, it would have been a dangerous fairy. So there we go, we have that done, but 2 boys in a row. That means the queen has a chance. She might have a girl next time around and like completely surprise us. But I love the fact that we had a pink baby. I am gonna get little Lord Odin moved out to an adoptive family. His father is too old, so I don't know, I'll have to see what we can do for him. But we'll get him moved out. I will set up for Raven's birthday, and then we will be right back, guys. Right, we have moved out Nuala's son, and now everyone is gathered in the study for a birthday party that is actually gonna go down to plan, and a cake that will be used has been set on the table. So just before we dive into the celebrations, Lord Odin has been moved to the orphanage where his father lives. And yes, his father is old, but he also has his uncles there. And Prince Cain is also living over there. I think that's the adoptive family that we found for him. So that should be fun. He'll be friends with the prince growing up, which I think will be quite nice. And Nuala will probably be happy with that arrangement. But okay, it is now Raven's time. And we're going to give her all of our attention. Everyone's gathered around to celebrate with her, which is, I mean, better than what Celine got, right? Everything for Celine was like so rushed. But okay, darling Raven, let's go ahead. Let's get her to blow out the candles. I can't wait to see her trait, and I can't wait to see what she looks like as well. Because I think she was actually the first child born to us. Actually, no, she was the first girl born to us that had the random genetics. So I'm eager to see what her features look like, what combination of her mother and father she has ended up becoming. So let's not waste any time. Let's blow out the candles and have a look. Happy birthday, Raven. Oh, look at that. Nessie, your daughter's growing up. Don't you feel proud? Hugo is old news, but you know. This is the daughter you had with your beloved, so that's kind of sweet. And poor little Morrigan is down there just poking her mother's dress. Okay, here you go. Oh, look at that. Even Prince Callum's over here. He's very involved with everything that happens in the castle. I kind of love it. I kind of love it. I'm sure there's like a whole bunch of noise happening right now with everyone going ahead and cheering. Oh, here we go. Okay. So due to indifferent study habits, we didn't get to choose a trait, but she developed the ambitious trait. That's kind of fascinating. Very fascinating. Because her mother's not really ambitious. Nuala is the ambitious one in court. But I do like the idea that even though Raven is lazy, I think the fact that as a child she was kind of like a fairy of the people, I think that would have made her a little bit ambitious, like she wants more. She's gotten a taste of what it what it is to be loved by the common folk, and she wants more of that. And I think the way she's going to pursue it is through the royal stables. So she's going to kind of mingle with the fairies a bit more when she's there. She's going to spend more time with the horses. She's going to be doing things that the common folk see her doing. Not just behind the scenes, not just behind the brick walls of the castle, but she'll be doing it, you know, in the grounds, in the fields with the rest of the fairies and the folk. So I like that idea. I think that suits her very much so. Because that's the only way I can see her not being lazy. She's lazy in every other aspect except for when it comes to the magical horses. So I think that as a route for her ambition is going to be a good way to go. And it might even set her up really nicely as the future minister. But okay, let me take a look at her. Why do her eyes look black? Darling, what is... Okay. I was like, why are her eyes black? Hold on a second. She's a pleasant looking sim, isn't she? Oh, look at her. She's a lovely sim. She's got her mother's olive green eyes, that's for sure. Yeah, I think she's a nice mix of her parents because I can't really tell whether she's more of Hugh or more of her mother. So that's kind of nice. I am going to go and give her a makeover, and then we'll be right back to see her in her teenage form. Okay, Raven's makeover is complete, and doesn't she look lovely? I really adore the braided ponytail on her. I think it looks so fabulous, and the soft color scheme she's got going on, I feel like subdues some of her danger fairy factor. And she is a bit of a lazy sim who does like, you know, lounging around. So I feel like this is something that's going to be comfortable for her, but also befitting of someone who is known as like the beauty of the century. So she's got these really cute earrings as well, and I just love the way she looks. She looks adorable. Okay, I'm gonna let her go about her things, and now that she's a teen, guys, we need to start thinking of our next Candy Bachelor's Ball. Because the last time we had one was when Celine was a teen herself, and I also feel as though with Raven's appearance, she's kind of trying, because, you know, she's ambitious now, and I think part of that ambition will be trying to get ahead of Celine in terms of being beloved by the people. Right now, she's got 1 star, and Celine has 2, so Celine's slightly more renowned than her, and I don't think she's gonna like that. So we'll have to see how this all pans out. But we do have to organize a bachelor's ball. Okay, honey, you can eat your cake. I'm so sorry. Look at her. She's lovely. But yeah, I was completely pulling her over so that she could go and parade for us. But let's just get a closer look of these two. Mother and daughter right next to each other. I don't see a whole lot of Nessie in her except for maybe the eyes, but she is a pretty girl. She is a very lovely child. I will say that. It's definitely an interesting experience to have a pink sim, but I'm liking it. Okay, well, it's going to be exciting for us to have our second bachelor's ball because Raven is going to have a fine selection of males to meet. We're going to have, let me just quickly take you guys through. We're going to have 2 princes, I think. Yeah, we're going to have Prince Anakin, Prince Caspian, that she could potentially connect with. And we're also going to have the evil Lord Zane. So during Celine's time, she had 1 teen, like 1 male to meet and maybe impress or get impressed by. But Raven over here has 3. And Lord Zane's one of them. So I'm kind of excited. Oh my goodness, hello. Hello, mascot. We do not need you. But I'm very excited to see who she might find appealing or who might ask her out to prom. Which I think prom is going to be on Wednesday. So we have like the rest of the week to get started on that. But we're gonna have to get the queen pregnant, and then we're gonna have to throw a bachelor's ball, which I am so excited for. Who would you guys ship her with? Would you guys ship Raven with Lord Zane, Prince Anakin, or Prince Caspian? And what I want to do before the bachelor's ball, I'm gonna go ahead and give Anakin the custom skin tone because he has normal skin, so I'm gonna give him the custom skin tone, and then I guess we'll see how he looks, and I think that is gonna be super fun. We'll meet him at the ball. I won't change anything else about him, or maybe I will. You know what? I did say that I would not be giving these guys makeovers, and you know what? I might not. I might give them a makeover once they become adults, or if they get incorporated into the story. I haven't decided just yet. But like, if our ladies start meeting them, then we should probably give them a makeover, right? Anyways, I'm just gonna change the skin tone into a custom one, and that's probably all the changes I'm gonna make. Callum deserved a makeover because he was actually, like, officially involved with Celine. So unless a male becomes officially involved in a relationship, courting for the world to know, our ladies, I'm not going to be giving them a makeover. Otherwise, I'm going to go crazy with the amount of makeovers we have because of the amount of babies everyone's having. So that is where my mind is at currently. Oh, Raven. They do not know what... I mean, she's ambitious. Who knows where that ambition is going to get her? Maybe it's going to lead to someone else's death. Maybe it's going to lead to Morrigan's death in the future. I hope not. But okay, guys, so with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.